Hello, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. This is episode 12. In the previous episode, we witnessed some crazy things. We saw the wild consume us. We witnessed the apotheosis of the tower, and my plan today was to go talk to the beast and the prisoner again. However, I have bad news for you. I have already recorded that episode and I messed up. I never captured the game video, I only have the audio, which makes it entirely unusable, so let me try to summarize what you have missed. In the memories, we have unlocked the den. As I said, I was planning to go visit the beast and see if we can die to the beast without being devoured. I managed to do that by acting quickly, dodging, even using a feint to counterattack, but we were ripped to shreds in the end anyways. Now, the chapter with the den was extremely short. After a couple of witty comments from our voices, we went down into the quote-unquote basement and were immediately killed by the den. We didn't even see them, like, at all. So only after seeing them delivered to the shifting mound did we see that this is kind of an evolved version of the beast with wings now, which was fine, I guess. Then I went on to visit the prisoner again, trying to reach a chapter 3 from there. However, I did not manage to do so. I must have taken a wrong path somewhere. I did pick up the blade in chapter 2. I sat down next to the prisoner, thinking maybe we can give them the blade or something. When sitting down, I apparently was a bit too close for comfort this time, after we had kept our respectful distance the first time around. So this time the prisoner somehow got hold of the knife and decapitated herself. That was very disturbing. I was so flabbergasted that I picked up the head and left, and then the head started talking. And so, all in all, we delivered the head of the prisoner to the shifting mound that time, which is interesting that this is even possible. So yeah, not too many things happened, I want to say. However, if you have kept track, that means we have delivered the 5th vessel with the head of the prisoner. And so we had to witness the end of everything again. This time I tried to overwhelm the shifting mound alone, and for some reason the voice of the hero did not allow me to do so. I don't know why. Is that an indicator that I picked the wrong dialogue choices when facing off against every one of the vessels that the shifting mound was presenting to us at that moment? I don't know, because you see, when you go for conflict in that moment, you get to see every one of the vessels, right? And then you see like images from their perspective the moment that they died or something like that, or the moment that you died, and they give you the choice of saying something in that moment, and it never quite makes sense to me. I don't know what I'm trying to achieve there. Maybe we should properly set out for conflict and address each vessel's points in a way that indicates that we actually are looking for strife? I don't know. The voice of the hero just did not allow me to face off against the shifting mound alone. So I was forcefully taken back to the cabin. I picked up the blade and I slew the princess, which overall means I have unlocked the fruits of my labor. A world free from death! but it was accompanied by this very unsettling soundscape of the long quiets, which made it feel like the bad ending. So yeah, that happened. I was aiming to destroy her without any outside help, but I don't know how to do that. I really do not know how to do that. So yeah, I want to give this all another playthrough from start to credits, basically, attempting to deliver 5 more vessels, try to see more chapters 3, because, you know, the experience with the Fury, the Apotheosis, and this wild thing was pretty cool. So I'd like to see more of those. Also, the Happily Ever After was pretty cool. I don't know what else they have in store for us. I don't know exactly how to reach the other chapters 3. However, after realizing that I messed up with the prisoner, I checked again what exactly the hint here is, and it literally says you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. And I just mindlessly picked up the head and left not empty-handed, so I guess that's a hint. So, when you've seen the worst sights the prison of the world can offer, so the prisoner decapitating herself, you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. This is how I read this now, and now it makes sense, I guess. Now it makes sense. Now I kind of know what to do here, which is crazy. So what are the other hints we have available? You need more space, a narrow cave is no place to fight, and it's no place to stay forever. Does that mean we need to face off against the adversary, bring our pristine blade, try to fight her, and then slowly retreat to the outside to continue fighting? Is that what you're telling me? Because when we met the Fury, we had not at all fought with the adversary, right? We basically just allowed her to kill us. And then the Fury was very furious that we did not even fight. But what does this mean? Sometimes when you cut something out of you, the piece of you leaves with it. Is that an alternative path from the tower when we start stabbing ourselves? But we never quite cut anything out of ourselves. We just stab ourselves and then we like slit our throat. Is this a branching point off from the Spectre? Because why is the Wraith not aligned with the Spectre? Right, the Fury is aligned with the adversary, the Apotheosis is aligned with the tower, but then what? Why is the rest off by 1? Then there's nothing that corresponds to the Razor, because the Moment of Clarity was a branching from the Nightmare, while the Den was a branching from the Beast. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your heart on the line. I really want to go back to the Stranger, pick up the blade, face off against the Stranger, and then kill ourselves? Stab our own heart? Is that a thing? Can you do that? Or is that another branching from the Witch? A vicious cycle. But when meeting the Stranger, we When meeting the stranger, we have this weird vision of us repeating the stuff until she, like, wakes us. Like, are you okay? And it would make more sense to have a path leading off from the stranger, right? Or maybe the stranger is just like the razor and there's no path branching off there, I don't know. Well, this at least seems to be a very, very clear hint what to do with the prisoner. The flames of passion, that must be another branching from the damsel, but I don't know what to do here. The flood of words left unspoken. But why does it say there are many reasons spirits may linger? Oh, hold on. When we went to see the damsel, we went on to happily ever after. What happens if we go see the damsel, but then we try to stab her? She dies, and then there is a spirit that lingers because of all the words she didn't tell us, how she loves us, and then she will kill us instead because we killed her? Does that make sense? Huh. So maybe we will revisit the adversary, try to get this? Maybe we will visit the spectre? Try to interact with them a bit more? Try to bring the blade to the stranger? Try to leave empty-handed in the situation with the decapitated prisoner? And then try to stab the damsel? That's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we truly manage to do that, I'd be more than happy. More than happy. So as I said, I will give this another playthrough, trying to get these 5 vessels. If we don't manage to get all of them, then that's it, I guess, because I cannot see myself investing so much more time tracking down every single one of these options here without looking anything up. It feels very time intensive, and I don't think I have the energy to do that. Especially the end of all things, there seems to be so many paths there. And every time you try to get there, you need to always bring 5 vessels, right? I mean, sure, you can like skip dialogue and whatnot and try to cut out a lot of the just visiting the individual vessels and delivering them. But I don't feel like jumping ahead to the end of all things with 5 vessels and then trying random things, because I don't know what to even attempt here. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door, something new that we'll experience together. Oh, this actually sounds like, oh, I don't want to kill you, but I also don't want to go off into infinity with you. Maybe we find something different. That's reasonable. We can try that. Wait. Go back to where it all started. Check. And meet her face to face. Yes. And slay her once and for all. Yeah, this and this we unlocked last time. So effectively, for me the last time, but for you, it's a lost episode. You never saw this, right? Leave with her at the end of everything. Leave with her, okay. Return to your strange beginning and slay her once and for all? Are you telling me I need to have the stranger as the first one I meet? I don't know. I mean, there's definitely stuff we can try with leaving with her together, I guess. Maybe these three are tied somehow. I guess we will see. So, let's continue, I guess. That was enough rambling. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the ending I witnessed in the lost footage. So yeah, this long, quiet sound design here really is uncomfortable, right? It makes you feel like this is not a good ending. So I guess we can actually save this. Oh, I already did save this playlist. Okay, so we have 5 playlists. Nice. Maybe we can get a 6th playlist. Right. Return to the main menu. Let's start a new game. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it.
Yeah, we've heard this a lot of times. Silently continue to the cabin. No, actually. So I wanted to revisit the stranger anyway. And one of the, at the end of all things, mentioned return to your strange beginnings. Does that mean... Does that mean I needed to see the stranger first? I mean, the order doesn't matter as far as I know, but it could in this case. So maybe we do that first. So let's hop on over there then, by skipping a lot of dialogue. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Leave again. Continue down the path. Different direction.
There's always a choice.
Okay. Wait, hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Wait, which voice do we have here anyway?
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Nice. Okay, let's skip ahead again. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. Those walls weren't here last time. Okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, let's be contrarian about it. Proceed into the cabin. So, why have you not mentioned the mirror on the wall? I want to see how handsome I am. Just approach the mirror. Let's see how handsome we are.
I'm not.
Approach the mirror. Wipe the mirror clean. Take the blade this time. I think this is the first time we have the blade while meeting the stranger.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
What? What is that? Let's follow the contrarian, because that has the chance of actually stabbing ourselves. I like that. Hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
I actually adore that the cursor is changing. So normally while you don't have the blade, you have like the finger of this dragon creature, and then it holds the knife forward, and now it holds the knife like backward. But I'm not capturing the cursor, so you cannot see it, but I'm sure you've seen it, right? This is really cool. Why though? Why?
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Okay.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
I guess.
It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
I have noticed that at some point in the past, was it like facing off against the adversary of the Fury? Someone. We did hold the knife that way already. But it's cool that they explicitly mention this here. Throw the blade out the window? What? What's the point of that? But then we're back to square one, right? We've already been down to the basement without the blade, so I don't see this doing anything. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I'd actually appreciate that. If we are dying, that means we get to chapter 3.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Right, we have tried the harsh stairs to the left without a blade. We have tried the soft stairs to the right without a blade. Let's take the center staircase with the blade.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else.
What?
And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
What is that supposed to mean?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
So how do we put our heart on the line now?
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Why is our cursor back to holding the knife like normal? What's going on?
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems... normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird? Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. How do we put our heart on the line? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you?
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them, if it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan! Let's see if we can make even more of her.
But no, none of this seems right.
There must be something
Now
wrong
there's
with
more
you.
of you.
I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
It must be fear creeping into your heart. You know you can't stop me.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You would always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine?
Who would have suggested that?
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Try and free her and leave her in the basement, slay the princess. What's your name?
Princess. You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty.
Any honorific should do, really. No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
What an answer.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up,
I will devour you.
What are you going to do?
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. I just want to live my life. I'm not going to dance for you. Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
if you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
But so we are left with this choice once again. I don't see this doing anything different.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay, I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No, you just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you or say nothing. I don't think any of this does anything. No? Yeah. I don't know. How do we put our heart on the line?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Then what the hell are we supposed to do?
The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
look at that mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Hey, it's a me. Proceed to the cabin. We are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Yeah, I truly don't know if we need to remember the dialogue from here for the sequence at the end of all worlds. Because she talks about the properties of this fragile vessel, right? And later on we will have the chance to address what this fragile vessel has to say.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walks. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Well, let's skip all this. We've seen this 100 times. Make me forget. Right. What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about...
Okay, so that was a bust. That didn't work. So I don't know, sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your heart on the line. Is it maybe a branching point of the witch then? I don't know what to do. Well, at least the worst sights the prison of the world can offer. Choose to walk away empty-handed. Sounds very straightforward to me now. So let's go talk to the prisoner. Silently continue to the cabin. So in order to reach the prisoner, we take the blade, but then we try to free her, right? We drop the blade, we talk to her, we try to save her, and then we resist. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
Haven't
Come on
decided
down.
yet. Drop the blade.
will be fine.
And then... Okay, we've talked enough. Examine the chains.
Doubtful.
Do you have any ideas?
If we were stuck down here for long...
Let me out of here, try the door, return to the bottom of the stairs. And now we save the princess. We approach the locked door, we resist. And we resist. Right. Back to the prisoner. But I died, what am I doing here? Wait, hasn't this happened already? Proceed to the cabin. Proceed to the cabin. So, no mention of the mirror? But I want to see how
Let's
handsome
not
I
get
am.
caught up in vanity. Is this some sort of...
Approach the mirror. Wipe the mirror clean. Take the blade. Right. Good idea, much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. Enter the basement. So I have just recently seen at least the start of this sequence.
The door to the basement
haven't.
creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
So the hint explicitly mentioned the worst sights the prison of the world has to offer. So I guess we try to sit with her. I'm convinced that slaying the princess now will effectively just deliver the prisoner. Leave the princess in the basement probably is not going to be including the worst sights, right? So we try to sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
So, in the last footage I tried to sit closer. There were not a lot of choices after that. But how about we sit at a respectable distance again?
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Does that actually lead anywhere? Like, making these comments about this has happened before to the narrator. Will this ever lead somewhere? I had the weird feeling that in one of our attempts, a discussion like this at some point even allowed us to feed him contradicting information, as in, oh, we've done this before in the woods, and then later on you were able to say, no, actually we didn't, after she has already confirmed that this happened again, right? So can we like drive the narrator insane at this point or something? I don't know.
It's complicated things. How exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
So what happened after I died last time? So what would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
Yeah, you'll get it back. You'll get it back into your heart.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
Oh, really?
So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
I want that. Give me that. How do I get it?
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Of course. Yeah, I don't like this option. Okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife. Yeah, you distrust me, I distrust you. How about that?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Right, but I do want to give you the knife. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
What?
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, Rory tried to take over.
Oh, really?
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little? I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
This is so disturbing.
No!
Watch in uneasy silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Well, thanks, narrator, for the very detailed description. Very, very nice of you.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you, dead. Congratulations, you saved the world.
Hooray, we can finally leave empty-handed?
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Leave the basement to claim your reward or take the princess with you. So as I said, in the lost footage I did take the princess with me, so I picked up the head basically. So now we leave the basement to claim our reward? It feels weird, because I always felt like we needed to die to reach chapter 3. Does the mere fact that I already know that her head is like alive and able to speak a hint that even in this state, with us just leaving, she can still kill us? Because I really thought that maybe having her with us would allow her to kill us. I'm not sure, so let's try to leave the basement to claim the reward, because the hint explicitly says empty-handed.
Fine, but if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Really?
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
Oh, I see. Let us out of here. I'm pretty okay with this. I'm not okay with this. I was kind of hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world. Let us out of here.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
What do you suggest we do then? I'm not going to go with the I'm happy we're happy suggestion. I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I'm going to accept my reward now. No. No. What do you suggest then?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Interesting. So this is like the Spectre situation then, but just like one chapter later? Slay yourself. Interesting. This is kind of unexpected, I have to say. I expected her to kill me somehow.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yep.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
The cage. Oh, hello there.
On a path in the wood.
Chains everywhere. This is different. This is new.
Holy cow.
It's worse is what it is.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is.
Holy
this
cow.
place is a prison. And she's not the only inmate.
Holy cow.
You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do.
What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress.
Progress?
And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us?
It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Should we talk about how we still have the blade? We've never started with the blade before. That's a good point. Are you sure we even need to slay her? She cut her own head off last time. No way out but through. Let's go see her. Proceed to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this. Bye. Turn around and leave. I don't think this is an option. So we've never started with the blade before. That's actually true.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed.
That's interesting.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made it part of us. Don't be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object. Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Of course. Toss your weapon into the woods? Why? No way out but through. Let's go see her. Proceed to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this. Bye. Are you sure we even need to slay her? She cut her own head off last time.
She what? Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
Well, about that.
We killed ourselves, obviously. You were insisting that we were happy, but we knew we weren't. We could see right through you. Yeah, what he said. We weren't about to be stuck somewhere being fed non-stop bullshit forever. We want answers. We weren't gonna find them in your fake little paradise. There are no answers to find. If she was dead, then that was it. That was the solution. All you managed to do was reset the board, and you put the pieces back all wrong while you were at it. This is probably worse for you, if I had to guess. Ha! So there is a board.
Oh, wow.
Well, what's done is done, and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
Interesting. So, do we toss our weapon into the woods? Do we just proceed to the cabin, or do we try to turn around and leave? What happens if we try to turn around and leave here?
Are you serious? Fine. You walk away from the cabin and see how that goes for you.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh, really?
What's going on? Where are we?
Oh, I'm such a dummy. I'm such a dummy. I'm such a dummy. Of course, this is what is happening. The thing is, on this playthrough since the new game, I've only delivered one vessel, right? And that doesn't seem to be enough to prevent the shifting mound. It does not seem to be enough for the shifting mound to prevent us from just leaving, right? Which means not delivering us a vessel at all. Dang it! I don't know. I was convinced that wouldn't work.
Is this the end of the world? Was there ever even a world to end? It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again, memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Yeah, I'm fine, okay. Dang it! I messed up. Crap. Well, but now at least we have the cage, a vicious cycle framed in chain. A vicious cycle? Wait. Why does this reference a vicious cycle? Is this a branching point of the prisoner? Interesting. So where does that leave us now? We failed to find a branching point of the stranger. We did not deliver the cage, but we met the cage, which is something, I guess. I guess the plan remains to at least go see the adversary, try to do this then. But I will guess I will have to postpone that. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you will join me again in the next episode.